Hello guys, and welcome to the walkthrough of the Nightmare on Christmas map. I'm here together with Sankarn. Hey. Woohoo.
Hello.
And Steffen. So,
Hello.
hi. With Sankarn, as you know, I've built most of the puzzles with, and Steffen is one of the guys who managed to solve all puzzles and send a video description in. He wasn't the first, second, or the third, but he had an idea how to make this whole system multiplayer friendly, and together with him, we worked for many hours to not only iron out more bugs in version 1.2, but also to add multiplayer compatibility. So he's done a lot of command block magic, and he also has a separate video where he's explaining that stuff, so you can check the video description or click on the annotation right now. And yeah, so he did the command block magic. We might explain some of the things here during our walkthrough, but of course the main topic is the puzzles themselves and how to solve them. So we should probably get started right now. And yeah, first of all, read through the rules maybe. So here we got our rules for the version 1.2. We've got the same ones as before, play on unmodded 1.8.2 pre-1. An interesting side note, in pre-4, which just came out, some bugs we are using in some puzzles are actually fixed. So this whole map won't work in pre-4, but we designed this for pre-1. It's actually pretty hilarious. I wonder if the developers got aware of these bugs again. I mean, they're not like super secret bugs, but after, I don't know if it probably doesn't have anything to do with the map, but it just was weird coincidence, like the bugs which we are using there have been in the game for a long time, and then all of a sudden, just shortly after we released the map, hey, fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So weird.
By the way, I'm testing out something. I've got a high mouse sensitivity and using the smooth camera mode. I want your feedback. How you think that looks like on video? If it's better or worse. So the second rule, of course, we play in adventure mode. Otherwise, you could just breathe through the walls here, which would be stupid. And we've got. Yeah, I'm glad.
So good.
Yeah, I remember like the old maps where you had a wall of signs explaining all the different rules, which you had to set up manually.
You cannot break this block. You can break that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the adventure mode doesn't just force you to stick to the rules, which is pretty cool. The look straight up for 2 seconds is something new, and that is one of the changes that Steffen added. So in order to have the map multiplayer compatible, you actually have to have a reset in each level. Otherwise, it doesn't work in certain circumstances. So you can see this text message pops up, and if I click on it, we are all getting teleported to the beginning here. So the tutorial itself also is like a level. And that's why we're getting teleported back here. And you will see later on that we've got some other fancy stuff edited. It's a big mess of command blocks. So it's, yeah, really, much credit goes to him. Thanks for implementing all this. Anyway, let's get started now. So, yoo-hoo!
Oh no!
Oh, this door. You get crushed every freaking time we left it in because it's so stupid.
That's great.
So here we got some of the people who helped us developing the map. Dreadkyller, Nukewarhead. I don't actually know. I think this is one of the guys who managed to.
Oh no,
right,
that's Sydney. That's Sydney
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, this
Sydney
is
600.
Water in the Melon who managed to complete the map. Then we have Steffen here. Nukewarhead twice. What? Okay.
Twice as much,
I think this is
I guess.
Peter Cheng, so it's a Chinese guy who also managed to solve all the puzzles. Wooby, Sankarn, this is just a wither skull.
It's Elrich MC.
The shape wouldn't be symmetrical otherwise.
Yeah, I know. That's me and this code red. I think we're actually missing some people, but we've got a hidden a hidden Easter egg where we have more heads of people who were helping with playtesting and building the map. So
And also one random guy. I just need to remember.
right. So nothing in these rooms has changed by much. Actually, by the way, the tutorial plot was built up by Sankarn, so if you want to, go ahead and explain your thoughts if you had any while building this.
In this room, I was thinking, what blocks can they break in place?
Yay!
Such deep thoughts.
I guess the only thing to really say is these things right here are armor stands. The armor stands which are invisible, which have this custom name, which is also custom. They have the tag custom name visible 1, and another important thing is that
no marker
This
thingy?
block right here is no, actually, I didn't know about that until like very very recently. But yeah, and this block underneath here is a half slab, as otherwise you get weird black dodgy text
Oh yeah, because of
Um,
lighting glitches. Yeah,
because
that's
of lighting glitches. Yeah.
Because of the
So-
hitbox that is larger than with the
That's
marker
right.
tag.
yeah.
yeah.
So by the way, some interesting facts here. You see, you have this powered and unpowered repeaters separately because they're actually different block types. So you have to add them separately to the list of mineable blocks. Otherwise, you can only mine a repeater when it's off or on, which is a bit awkward. But yeah, that's how the game works. So
Indeed.
There
well,
was a bug in there before that you could only mine pistons and not piston heads, by the way.
yeah, it was a bit annoying. I know. We fixed all this. Like,
Mm.
obviously, this version might still not be 100% bug proof. Bug proof. Bug.
Bug free.
Bug free. Bug proof.
Yep.
No, it's bug proof. You can't. Bugs won't be able to solve the puzzles.
Yeah, the good old throwing the item on the ground thing. That's
Yeah.
that's something that is annoying but necessary.
So, here the ladder is the first challenge for people. What could you do with 7.6? No, just kidding. Shouldn't be that hard.
Could make a pickaxe if you had other blocks.
Mm. And here we start with the first changes that we made to version 1.2. So these diamond block areas are the areas, I think we had this in 1.1 already, where the next level starts. Now, in multiplayer, of course, one person could go through, and then another guy, how do you say, could just try to get the items back. Or for example, if someone steps in at the beginning of the level, opens the door, a second guy walks in, takes out the items and brings them back. So this area, you can't pass it if you have an item in your hand. I'm holding a spawn villager egg right now, and I'm getting warped back all the time, which probably looks quite funny. And if I try to throw it there, it also gets warped back. So I can't walk through this area. Like, this door is actually cheatable right now. What you can do is you can throw an item at the side here, then walk through without, and then pick it up from the other side.
No,
Right,
that's
no,
not
wait,
true. It's it's cheatable the other way. You can't get stuck by like losing
No,
the
I
villager egg
can't
here,
do
but you can get a poppy through like
Oh.
this, drop it here, and pick it up from here.
But this is intentional
Yeah.
because we just wanted to keep the rooms smaller. If you make all the other diamond blocks areas are 2 blocks wide, and every
Yeah.
entity beside players gets deleted inside them, so you can't put minecarts or anything else in through there anymore. There was still some exploits in the old versions of the game, but not anymore. So where's our villager egg?
Indeed.
Oh, I have it. Sorry, here.
Okay, so the system here has also changed. So with the help of the detect command and some fancier command block magic, Stefan made this instant, so it's not cheatable anymore. You can't even click the villager and start trading anything with him. He vanishes instantly, and it also works in all directions. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you used to be able to dupe the comparators with this. If you spawned a villager egg and then pushed the villager just before it glitched over, but that seems to be fixed now since
Yeah.
it's instant. So
Yeah, also the egg is always spawned given to the closest player, so it's kind of funny. I think someone else of you got it now because I don't have it anymore.
I don't have it. Does Stefan?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I picked it up. Oh, I didn't.
Ah.
It's always given to the closest player. Why can't I place it? What the?
Throw it on the ground and place it again.
What
What the heck?
Oh,
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 it's
it
because
was
the
the
armor
stand.
stand.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the armor stand right here.
The armor stand doesn't have the no marker tag. Okay.
Yeah, indeed. Maybe
So-
something to fix, but hey,
Yeah, maybe actually change this. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
doesn't really matter to be honest.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's watch the Christmas pre-burn. We encased this all because we thought like it's kind of your challenge.
Oh wow,
to
that looks
The-
much nicer.
The explosion now reaches the glass.
Holy balls.
boom.
Oh, you could actually see some TNT there right in front
That
of
was a lot of TNT. Holy balls.
Yeah. So you can't walk through this in single player. You won't actually notice because you can try. Won't be able to cheat anything here. All players
yeah, of course.
who started a level have to complete it. That's another rule. So to prevent cheating, if someone leaves the game during the playthrough, you actually have to restart the level or wait for the player to rejoin. So you can see here, some
Where's
players, Stefan intentionally left here to show
Oh,
this.
right. I see. Yeah.
Some players have left the game during the current level. You cannot proceed to the next level without him. Either wait for him to rejoin or click restart to restart the current level. So, since I don't want to do the tutorial all over again, please come back.
That's really clever. Oh my god.
You might see there that the message reappears every 20 seconds, so you don't forget that you are missing players and just solve the level without being able to finish it then.
So everyone knows as well. I haven't been here for the past week, so I don't know most of this stuff.
When now all the players that were in the level before enter the diamond area, you proceed to the next level. You get the indicator down there in your XP bar that you are now at level 1, and the diamond area is still active, so still everything in there everybody in there will get their inventory deleted. Every item I throw in there will get deleted, and if I try to get some item back, which we could demonstrate, I guess.
Yeah, we can demonstrate it. I can keep the door open, so...
Yeah. And I will get some of the next item, for example, the pickaxe here. And if I now try to destroy this pickaxe in the diamond area, I won't be able to do that because I will get teleported back, and also the item will fly back if I drop it.
Yeah, I can show it here. It's like wop, 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 wop. You get warp back all the time. Doesn't work. It's pretty cool. So we try to make it really fail-proof, of course. At some, also the levels are pretty much idiot-proof by now, because if you fuck up, you can always look straight up and restart it, which is a nice thing. So you can't really get stuck anymore anywhere. So some of the levels are played a bit differently in multiplayer. For example, in this one, we still have to craft the redstone block. So most people probably don't know how these levels are being solved. So maybe start off as if we were complete newbies. So you get 9 redstone dust, and you see the power source here. So the first thought of most people might be, hey, let's just try to wire a power source to the door and see what happens. But we intentionally lowered the power level here so it doesn't quite reach it. And so that's, the trick here is just to remind yourself that you can still craft the the dust into blocks, and then, place the block right in front of the door. Works pretty well. And let's do this. So you guys probably should set it in the door frame. I'll open it for you. I have to still throw it on the ground. You forget it every time that you have to... dang it.
No, tell me about it.
Okay, here we go. And now I've got to do the same thing again. And we are through. Hooray.
Nice.
So, next level.
Oh
nice
boy.
and loud sound. Yay! And at this level, many people were already stuck and kind of like, where do I get power from?
Oh, that's great.
Okay, it's so cool. So you just draw the power out of the chest, and the trick here is, obviously you don't have enough redstone to wire it to the other side of the door and power it straight away. So in order to get the power over, you have to build like these kind of memory cells here, which are self-sustaining. Then put an item in it so they are powered on once, and we can get the pickaxe out again. And now we just can continue building forwards more memory cells like this. And you see, always those 4 comparators will keep their signal. And I can dig away the old part. And this will always keep being on. And so you just have to make sure to always alternate the orientation, otherwise you will lose the signal again. And you always attach the next part, and then remove the block again and make your way forward. I think I just lost a redstone piece. Someone else picked it up.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, and here, see, this would, if I would now destroy the first part, I would mess up here, because all the comparators have to face the same orientation, otherwise it doesn't work. Dang it. Still have to get used to this camera here, but it's actually quite nice. I mean, it works. I haven't tested it for long. Does anyone else want to continue here? I give you the pickaxe.
No.
Yay,
Okay.
I got the pickaxe. I have the pickaxe. Look, you can do the redstone.
Yay, okay.
Oh.
No, that's the wrong direction.
Okay, I'm a noob.
1 redstone's
there's
missing.
One redstone. There we go. Okay. You are the redstone man. Oh,
I'm a
God.
command block man, but I can do the redstone.
He's the redstone block man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this already is enough. You
I
can
can
just...
so troll them right now. just break this parcel. Okay.
Don't you dare. So, that's why the level is called energy saving. You were supposed to save energy. Yeah, actually, in all levels, the sign always gives you a slight hint on what you're supposed to do. So, ground breaking experience gives you a hint that you have to break the ground, or break through the ground, more or less. So
they're all puns in their own right.
Yeah, in a way. At least the ones where I came up with the name of the level.
Yeah,
so in here, the level obviously features the nice fact. I hope, yeah, I'm in pre-1, so it should work. That's the trees, the dark oak trees. If you replant them at the same spot, they sometimes grow downwards. So actually, there's some bug in the code that allows the how do you say, canopy to grow at the height of the saplings, like this. So the canopy is way lower, and some of these side logs which generate below it actually generate through all blocks, no matter what block there is. So you can see.
Got wood, guys.
Yay! You got wood. You can start crafting things here, but we fixed all the exploits, like being able to glitch through with boats and stuff.
There's tons of boats down there.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's actually something we still have to fix. We left them over from the last test, and apparently boats don't get cleared here when we reset the level.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
I can
well.
add that to
Cool.
the backlist and fix it afterwards.
Oh, this is because we were playtesting the whole map to see if there were any errors remaining several times, and last try we again tried to see if we can do anything with boats, and figured we couldn't,
right.
but we didn't remove the boats, and boats are not getting cleared. Like if I click on reset, the blocks will disappear, but not the boats. Okay, that's a good point.
Of course, yeah, of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could fix it now. It would take like half a minute, but
Well, you can do while we are going forward here with the level if you want to, or we just make a quick cut here and do it actually, so it's probably best. Okay.
Yeah.
So here we are back again. Stefan quickly added a boat kill fix to this level here. Awesome. And so we can continue.
Let's go.
Let me get through this invisible stupid wall. Ah, there we go.
there you go.
Oh, the lift me level. This is your turn, Sankan. You build
yes.
it.
I build it. Okay.
Well, we
wait,
redesigned parts of it, but
I need,
it was
like,
your idea.
Here we go. Right. So the basic idea of this level is item elevator. These items despawn after a certain amount of time, which is good because then we don't get like extreme lag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's try and do this, I guess. I seem to remember also there were a couple of bugs with this in the last one. You could just send up a bunch of items all at once, and we fixed those.
Yes. So by now we have to actually build a proper item elevator which keeps on lifting the lift me's because of the cobweb. That's why it's necessary. So you can't just place one block in the middle to lift up some items, then sprint to the door and just go through it with that attempt, because like you won't be able to make it to the door in time.
Yeah, just about multiplayer compatibility,
Compatibility,
compatibility, right? This is one of the levels where you actually see why it's important that all the players have to be at the end of the level together, because one player could do something like, well, in other levels it's more obvious, but in order for like you to build a real proper item elevator and not just glitch some items to the ceiling somehow, you have to make sure that the one person that was in the room last still has to leave the room, and like all the players just have to be at the exit. Then it's more obvious in piston parkour.
You have to have a solid block below this, the cross fence, not nice block.
True. Well, it's fine. It'll be fine.
And you're missing one thing. We have to punch the slime block here. Punch the slime block.
Oh yeah, that's right. This one right here, right?
Yeah.
And then.
And this one has also got to be ice. Can I fix it? If you give me the pickaxe, I can quickly fix it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Wait. Throw item. There we go.
I think
behind you.
Behind you.
Oh, there it is. For me, it was client side glitching up the item elevator.
Great.
So here we go.
Wait, they're just going to the side. I think actually
this one has
we
to be
need
an ice
to-
block. Yeah, this I'm fixing it right now.
Oh, I see. Fair enough. There
So-
you go.
And then we still need a solid block here.
Yay.
There you go. There you go. There.
Yep. So this
I'm
is
a
how it
noob.
looks
What do
like.
you know?
Well,
There's a
you designed the level, whatever. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
I will almost sprint you. Faster.
So this is your great fix. I like this fix.
Yeah, it's a fix. It fixes you to the ground.
La 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 la.
Dun, dun, dun. Yay, level 5. Rail placement trouble. So this is actually this is actually the very first level which was designed for the whole map, and I got this idea after I was messing around with rail placement, and Panda reminded me of this neat trick. So you will figure out soon that just placing rails like this won't work because they connect in the wrong way. In this orientation, which orientation is this? This is south-north, north-south. You have to always have a complete line of rails facing one direction before you can place the next one at the side. So the intended quickest solution to place this is to build a whole line of rails to over here, then place the 3 middle rails, and here comes the trick. So to get the last rail not sloped anymore, you can break this rail and replace the rail before. This will update the slope to be straight, because it updates this sloped rail and it tries to reconnect itself, but only yeah, just without trying to rearrange our surrounding rails. And then you can place the last one, and you've got 2 parallel rails like this. And now those minecarts, if you press the button, will actually trigger both torches and therefore open the door for a short moment. So that's how you place this. It's actually very quick to build once you figure out how to do it, but some people, yeah, I think you have to know how the rail mechanics work, otherwise you might get stuck on this for quite a while. So here we go. Yay.
If it makes anyone feel any better, I got stuck on this and I just gave up.
And you are playing around with rails for so much.
I know, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got more levels that feature cool rail placement mechanics, so you'll see them in a bit. Yeah, it sometimes takes a moment until the barriers vanish, because if you're copying the level, the glide updates freeze the server for a game tick or two.
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
actually, you can then notice the rails in single player this way.
This was my first challenge that I made.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty interesting, I'd say.
Yeah.
The basic idea is instant dropper lines. I actually was doing a video at the pretty much exactly the same time as I made this, and I was doing a video on instant dropper lines. So the basic idea of instant dropper lines is, I think droppers can act instantaneously, or instantaneously transfer items from one dropper to another one. When they activate, that's what happens. They just send an item instantly across, and so what you can do is, if you update them, if you bud all the droppers and then update them in the correct order, then it'll be like an instant item transfer from one place to another.
Okay, let's maybe to add something. So this whole circuit here is just pretty much to read this out, so that you have you just have to carry over or have a signal that is strong enough, so an unstackable item like the pickaxe, and it's the only item you get, to power the repeater here, and on the other side this torch, pretty much on both sides simultaneously, which isn't possible, but yeah, due to the mechanics that Senkan just explained, you can transfer the pickaxe from one side to the other in the same game tick, so it's pretty much on both sides for a short moment, and therefore opens the gate. And another interesting mechanic not many people know is that, yeah, as you said, dispensers can be butted. They can just be butted like pistons. The difference is just that you don't see it when they are butted, because, well, they are not just staying extended, but they just work like pistons. The same goes for droppers, by the way, and this has actually been in the game even before the pistons were added to the game, so dispensers were actually the first item ever that could be butted, which is maybe interesting to know. So, yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
yeah. So to start this, yeah, maybe you want to build it up.
Yeah. So to start off, we need to actually. I guess I should get the. So that's the concept. The other interesting thing about this is you're only given levers, blocks, and pistons. So you firstly need to place most of the pistons except one, and that's the piston directly here. So we'll place these like that. And now we go along and we bud the droppers. So
You can actually place the blocks one higher and then place the levers below. That is actually more convenient, I think.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But and then you do this, and then you do this. You power all the levers. Oh, they're all facing one way.
Yeah, they fixed that it's not random anymore.
Oh wow! Oh, that's great.
Don't forget to put the pickaxe in. Don't forget to put.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, so put the pickaxe into this dropper, and then we just place this piston. And that's it.
Yep. Pretty cool system.
Ingenious. Instant drop.
This is one of the levels where you might have to reset the level when you fail and the player with the pickaxe already left the room.
Yes, of course.
In other levels you sometimes can get the items back through the door, but in this case it was a piston door, so yeah.
Piston parkour.
Yay!
Yeah, in this level it is pretty obvious that you need to have like all the players back out of the level, because otherwise one player could place some redstone block here on one side and activate the door for the others.
Yeah.
And
indeed.
Other players could already leave the game without you having solved anything.
Right.
You should mention though, like first, that this is a monostable circuit here that generates a quick pulse that opens the door for a quick moment.
I was going to, but I sometimes still mess up the placement here with the pistons. Ah, dang it! For example, right now. Actually,
maybe
this wasn't even
Stefan
wrong.
could build it while
that's probably
while
good
you
idea.
explain the concept and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you know.
Okay, here you take the blocks. So that's probably a very good idea. So what you quickly notice when you power this redstone dot here, which you can actually pick up with the pickaxe, but it doesn't matter because you can't do anything else. It opens the door for a short moment. Maybe you can do it again while I'm at the door.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Go ahead. So obviously in multiplayer, the other players beside the last one could just go through, but this whole puzzle was designed for single player, of course, and still here you would have to get the last player through too. So yeah, you have to somehow get the short pulse while you're next to this door here into this redstone dust. And since you only get some pistons and redstone blocks, well, the only way to send a signal over is to butt the pistons so they update each other, and then yeah, just create a butt chain that goes all the way across these obstacles here towards the door. And Stefan is trying to do this right now. I don't know why. Okay, so he's setting up a different system than I did last time. Let's see.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, it's sometimes a bit annoying to place the piston. So this is one of the more tedious levels, but
wait, oh no. Now I'm back in. Okay, I'm knowing what I'm doing now.
I hope so.
I know what I do. I know exactly what I do.
So he's placing the pistons first and then actually starting to butt them.
It's a good idea, to be honest. I feel like I'm a commentator on what he's doing. Oh, Stefan placed a piston!
Okay. He's the piston placer. Oh wait, best piston placer was trying to make. Yeah.
The best. The perfect piston placer.
Perfect piston placer. Oh, the best piston placer. Placer.
You might want to look at what I'm doing here.
Okay, I'm looking through the wall here.
Ah, okay, that's good. So I would do something like that. Like you have to make sure that
you have to update the piston.
Yeah, you can do it with the piston as well. That every time you remove some redstone block, all the blocks you update with it are still powered, like all the pistons. I remove this one now and the piston is still powered, and if it weren't, it would update the rest of the chain you already built.
That's exactly the point of it.
Now I'm gonna need some extra... Ah, dang it. More like this. Nearly. Like this.
Ta-da!
There you go.
And then...
Well, that's
This was a map that JL came up with as well.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think it's less tedious if you build this along the wall. That's why I was wondering why you built it in the middle here, but this, at least this part of the chain here is next to the wall, so it should work fine.
Yeah.
So let me get on the chest so you can see more clearly what he's doing. He's always making sure that whenever he removes a redstone block, the piston that is next to it is still butted by the other. So that's why you need two here. It's actually possible with one, and
in this level
we'll come to that later.
Because in the end you would have to have some space below.
I know. But just saying, we'll come to this later.
Of course, that's right. There is a dedicated level.
And we're near the other crucial bit here.
Yeah, in the end you shouldn't mess up, because like removing the block now would update the piston. You have to do something like this. And now the interesting part is how to do like the end or the beginning, how you want to call it. And in this case, you have a downward facing piston here, and you want to do something like getting this piston push this redstone block down. And to do this, you just butt activate it like this, and as soon as it gets like butted
or updated
by the block updated, the block gets updated.
Yeah, and the piston will extend. So let's go to the entrance here.
By this chain, it will extend.
And if you remove the block now, we have just 1 second about.
Or you can just place one.
It doesn't matter. If you place or remove the last piston now, it will open the door for a second. So we have to hurry. Okay, I can do it. But you guys, we have to all hurry. So hurry, otherwise. Lol, what the fuck?
It's like Piggy in the middle.
Okay, give it a try. So hurry up. Okay, we all made it. Perfect.
Yay!
It would suck if you had to do it
Total
again.
shame if one person didn't make it through. Yeah.
Big advice, do not mess up this level. Okay.
Think outside this box. Oh, this is so awesome.
I love this level. Oh, God.
So I've got so many different strategies to do. Stefan showed me a very quick one he invented, and
I can just show it. Right.
Yeah.
You have just to remind you, you have one pickaxe, 3 redstone blocks, and 2 sticky pistons for this level, and you need to get up because the escape. What? I'm missing the word. You get out of the level upwards, and if you just do something like this kind of stacking, you are missing 1 block because
you're 1 block too short, and there's just the annoying part. So it's not easy.
And one of the quickest ways to do it, or the quickest, is to place a redstone block, go on top of it, then place 2 sticky pistons above you like this. Then you have to place like 1 redstone block here and place a redstone block next to the upper sticky piston, and then immediately go back into the block so you don't get pushed out. Like immediately go this way, and I'm now stuck in the block, in the piston, and now I go like shifted really slowly outside until I'm like barely outside of the piston with my cursor, so I can break this redstone block there, and now I can go back in. Like I'm getting stuck on this piston arm now, but I can jump on top of it, and that's the important part. And now I can stand inside the piston, remove the thing above me and the redstone block next to me, and the piston I'm in, and I'm 1 block higher, and now I can stack up. And
Now it's high
yeah,
enough.
sometimes you glitch out like this. You will have a really glitchy view then. It
Yeah, I
will
know.
basically just jiggle up and down. And you have to, oh god, again, you have to break the piston then. Ah, no! You have to time the jumping properly and be a little lucky. Also, yeah, in multiplayer you can just easily do something like, for all the other players, something like this, have the other player go up,
and then you throw
them
the items.
all the items, and you have quick solutions for other players
But
not capable
yeah,
of
of
doing
course.
this.
But the last player obviously has to still do this a good solution. So again, in multiplayer,
Yeah.
it doesn't make the challenge easier. Okay. Let me just quickly show you the intended solution. The intended solution is a bit slower, but it doesn't need to be being inside a piston block. So, which is maybe a bit of an advantage. So, what you just do, you build this little staircase here, and then you again place 2 pistons facing downwards. Now. The purpose of I haven't done this in a while. You break the piston, of course. So you get the piston to grab the lower bottom, the lower block. That's pretty much the idea behind it. So you can just extend this again. Wait, I am
You need to
like
push it down.
I seriously I should have just placed the piston again instead of the redstone block. Fuck it. Okay, sorry. I've been trying I've been doing Stefan's tactic the last 5 runs I've did this map, so I pretty much forgot how to do the normal one. So now we got the piston down like this. Now if you power the redstone block and then remove it again, we got the redstone block 1 higher. We do this again to get it even a block higher. So power it once, then remove the piston, and now we can just power the piston again. Like this. And now we have the same thing. We are just 1 block higher than before, so we can just place the piston, redstone block, piston, and we get up. And then I dig away the block here, and you guys come up too. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm just gonna...
Stefan,
do you want to solve it, or do you want me to help you?
I want you to do your method, but we're going to try multiplayer.
Yeah.
So 2
So
people in
you
one
just-
time.
No, that won't work.
Yes, it will.
No. No, it won't.
Don't
Promise it will. Okay. What up? Okay.
okay.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, this glitchiness with the piston sucks. But it happens even in single player. Like it just happens that you sometimes are stuck.
I'm
in
like,
the block.
I'm like
You can do it.
Okay. I can do it. I can do it. Oh,
Yes.
angry. Okay, now I'm gonna take this pickaxe. There you go. Oh no! I didn't break this block. Can you break this block?
I think I can
Oh yeah, you can use a
stack
sticky
up,
piston.
and then I can do something like probably reach it from here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can
Well,
show
that's
you how. And now I looked straight up for 2 seconds. I got the message for resetting. Okay, I can do my method now very quickly. I will try to get it really fast. And go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Dang it.
Almost.
Close.
I'm stuck. I hate it.
But you were still really fast.
Yeah, that was
And again.
mental fast. Holy balls.
This is stupid.
This makes up for how fast it was. It's like, you did this challenge too fast.
Okay.
Yay.
Finally.
Okay.
Oh, good game.
And this level is a bit bigger, so the reset takes a bit longer. Here we go.
Boom.
Pro piston parkour. Oh yeah. So
Oh boy.
this level was like, okay, people start seeing the piston in the redstone block and are like, do we seriously have to do the whole thing again? Oh my god, this is such a gigantic piston parkour. And wait a second, I only have 1 redstone block. What? It's like, okay, if I do this and this and this, it might actually be. And yes, it is possible, but seriously, it is just ridiculously annoying. You have to always use the same the block to butt two pistons at once, like the one you're placing and the one that you're placing it against. And you can actually build up the chain. I'm not going to do this, but if you want to see it, some of the people who managed to solve this puzzle actually did it. I can link you to the video of ETA 720, and I think Panda did it as well. They both actually built up a
I did it as well.
Yeah, and Stefan.
Oh, Stefan did it as well.
Yes.
Because
I
this
skipped
level
that part
is
of the
like,
video.
yeah, it's like, no, we were just trolling, because if you take a look at it, this is just an ordinary iron door. And what happens if you place a piston, maybe some more blocks here, some more,
Oh,
You
not
need
like
another
that.
piston in front of it.
yeah, just like, fuck it. And try to break an iron door. It
That piston. That
breaks it!
Oh right, yeah, I see. What you mean.
Yay!
Yeah, of course.
So now you can place your iron door somewhere.
Yay! We can place an iron door.
You can place it back in there, but opened. Ah, no. or up here. Because everyone needs an iron door here.
Everyone needs an
Oh
iron.
no, I can't get through. Oh no.
Wait a moment.
Ah, no.
Not at all. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so this was kind of a troll level, because no level is going to be saved the same way. Well, the placement pattern would be a bit different, but it's still the same principle, butting pistons, so no no way I would do this again. So this is kind of an interesting level. As again,
motion machine.
kind of mostly my design, but Senkan also obviously helped me with this, as he did with all other levels. So you kind of see the slope here, and a detector rail at the end. So it's pretty obvious, okay, you have to trigger this detector rail somehow to open the door. Now, we only have this chest minecart here, and if you take a look in the chest, we only have ordinary rails, so no booster rails. And the question is, how do you get the minecart fast enough to just climb this up? If I just start, you know, pushing it around, you will easily notice, yeah, how the fuck do I do this? Doesn't really work. Well, some people in earlier versions of the game managed to stand in a position in a 2x2 circle that they would actually boost the minecart and get it up, but that wasn't the intended solution. Instead, the intended solution is actually, again, using a pretty cool glitch in the Minecraft game, which I can show you now. So, then we feature this to build up a perpetual motion machine. So, the glitch is that you can actually create slopes out of, yeah, just bugged slopes rails. And Stefan is standing in the way there. Shit. By using a piston, okay, and pushing a rail in a way that it is for a brief moment floating and connected to other rails. So you can see if I trigger this now, it just turns the other rails into slopes. And if you don't update these rails now by placing blocks next to them, they will actually stay in this position. And I can go around the circle and wait, someone else picked up the block. I think Stefan did.
No.
Where's this? Huh?
I haven't got a block.
Oh, okay, it was just bugged for me, whatever.
Oh.
Okay, we can do this all around, and now we got this rail here flipped. And we have to do it one more time on the last side here. Oh, wait, something messed up. Huh? Why did this
Have
rail
you done it in the wrong direction?
no, I forgot to place the middle rail here. That was the problem. So okay, let's do this again.
Still do it.
Yeah, I just have to make this one curved here, otherwise it won't work.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you
There
see
we
all
go.
those three slopes are pointing in the same direction now. Now Senkan places the last rail. We can remove all this crap here and place it up here. I'll just place the lever below so you can properly see what's going on. This one flips the rail state, and now if you nudge the minecart on top of this, it's going to start going in this direction. Okay, obviously not if the rail is not flipped, so again. And it warps onto the other slopes, and well, it's pretty much descending all the time. It's like an infinite downgoing slope, like an Escher picture. That always reminds me of these impossible pictures from MC Escher. And yeah, it goes faster and faster and faster and faster and keeps piling up momentum. And to reach the detector rail, you actually have to keep this minecart cycling for at least half a minute. But then it will be fast enough to go up the slope and reach the detector rail. So you guys should probably go to the door.
Yep.
Because it only opens for a brief moment. And I will flip the lever.
Wait,
And
User joined your channel.
like 5 more seconds or something
Yeah.
to be safe. You can do it now, I guess.
okay, be sure to stand on the left side where the
Yeah.
hinge is not. Okay, so let's
What?
go. So it goes up and what the heck?
We hadn't have enough momentum.
Yeah, sometimes the minecart doesn't gain enough momentum. We really made this pretty close, so again.
Flip the lever again.
Yeah. So you have to have this minecart cycling around for quite a long time.
Have a 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7. Why am I in this weird voice? 5, 6, rather. I can't count. 5, 4, 3, 2,
5, 1.5.
1, 1.5, 2, 3.
You know what? Fuck it.
Yay!
Ah, damn it! I was in the chat.
Wrecked.
I
Right.
was in the chat. Okay.
Okay, you can do this.
20, 19, 18, 17.
You just flip it.
15.
It's a
Okay.
bit random sometimes if it reaches it, I think, but it just have
If
to.
you say so, I flip. What the?
No.
What the? What? Did it? Wait. Didn't it just spin
I'll
in the
make a
circle
cut.
all the time?
I'll make a cut here, lol.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
I can TP to you though.
yeah, just go ahead. It's be over.
Okay.
Okay. So we finally managed to get Stefan over too, and
Just ignore that thing in chat there.
okay, then let's do
That
it
just
again.
came up. No, but we've already got the level.
already
Yeah,
got
whatever.
the level.
We can't.
We can.
We can. I have a button for that. Should I? Should I press the
User
button?
disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Level 10 was it, right?
Yeah.
Level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10. Okay.
Yeah, we're
Disconnected.
well done. We're back at the beginning. We have to redo the map. Oh, we can teleport outside the door, right?
Yes, of course.
But then the minecart noise is gone.
Yeah,
we-
but there isn't meant to be a noise.
But we
It goes up.
stopped like next to the door.
It doesn't matter. We just say
doesn't
cut.
matter.
Yeah, we are around the corner and there shouldn't be a noise anymore anyways. Okay, TP to you. Wait, what? Oh.
Wait for it to disintegrate.
Okay.
I can come out here when you...
3, 2, 1. Okay, go. So we finally managed to get Stefan through the door too, and yes,
Yay!
here's the end. So level 11. Let's go. It's sequentially getting more difficult. Yay!
Oh, this thing. This was the second level by JL. I think.
Yay! So I'm loving rail placement challenges. So in this particular one, you will quickly figure out, okay, this door frame, just inches another block forward every time you trigger the corresponding detector rail. So the detector rail the door frame is at. If you trigger any other detector rail, it will just reset the door frame. So what you have to do is build some kind of circuit where the minecart, which is in the corner here, just triggers these detector rails in a sequence. And well, this is not as easy as it sounds, because you kind of you can connect it to the first one, but then when it travels back, it has to somehow go to the second one and then to the third. And there are many different solutions to this. Some even require some redstone blocks less, but just let me quickly show you how I intended it to be built. So you take a look and you can see how it works. So starting off with some maybe a bit awkward looking rail placement, this is just the quickest way to do it, because that way the rails won't connect the wrong way. So you have these curves here which are trying to connect to these power rails, but they can't turn, so that's why they stay curves. Now if I place another redstone block on top here, this will make sure that these rails connect properly, and the bottom rail won't connect to this curve here on the top, but rather stay like this. So that's very important. Then you do this again and place 2 normal rails at the side here. Now you can mine the first one, and we just swap this out. This is just important because otherwise, if I would remove this block now and then place the rail on top here, it would connect to these 2 again. So every step in here is quite important. There are other ways to place the whole rail thing, but in this case, yeah, that's just the method I'm using. And then at the end here, you have to use some trickery, because you don't have any access blocks to place another additional redstone block on top here. So you have to first of all place a slope here, a powered rail here, in order to bend this normal rail. If I just place a normal one, it actually works, but it turns this rail here in the wrong direction. So wait, whatever. And if you've placed these powered rails here, it connects in the right way. So now, if you follow the path here, the minecart will warp onto the slope here. If it warps on a slope from the side, it always goes downhill. Then we are currently blocking the minecart, so that's why it's not continuing. But you can see, by the way the rails are placed, it always goes to the next row. And now, obviously, if we step on the door frame here, it will move forward. It didn't move forward because we were triggering the first rail twice. We can show you again that it actually works. Yay!
No.
And you didn't make it.
I can't press the button.
Ah! Screw you. Okay.
Go.
It's the final gap now.
Yay!
Tunnel design approved by Nukewarhead. Wow.
We had to move the tunnel there because we changed the mechanism. It was using more space.
This is my level again.
There.
3D printer, in case you missed that.
Yeah,
3D
printer. Okay, so this is really interesting. We only have 3 rails on the ground here. And we need to activate, there's a redstone dot here, and then we need to activate a redstone dot over here. And you might be thinking, how do we do that? We only have 1 detector rail. And we need to do rail duplication, so this is fun. If I place a piston here...
Maybe we can move the minecart out of the way so we can see it better.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So, when we push this piston, as long as this rail is, what would you say, angled differently, I guess you could say. When we push this piston, this rail will flip round to orientate with this, but then this would break, and it does a weird dupe thing. So if we do that, you see, we got 2 rails. But if we, for example, do this, and this, nothing happens, we only get 1 rail. So we need to pick this up, place it back, and repeat the process.
Yep, so this works for all the special redstone rails, so it works for duplicator rails, for detector rails, for activator rails, and for golden rails. So you just have to swap out the rails, and then you can also dupe the other 2. And so you can just get as many rails as you want. And
it doesn't work for normal rails.
It does work for normal ones, that's the important thing, yeah.
In case you want to use this in survival.
Obviously there are setups to automate this even further, but this is like the simplest possible way we could figure out how to dupe the rails. If you hook up several pistons and a clock, you can actually like spam a certain position and just duplicate the rails a lot faster than this, but this was meant to be simplistic and just rather about the concept of duplicating these rails, of course. So,
it's really hard.
By the way, you might want to know that the exit actually is, this thing is a door. It's not
yeah,
totally obvious.
indeed.
in the first
Remember
moment.
to punch the rail, yeah.
Always look at the emerald to get to like find the exit.
Yeah, the exit is
And-
in the floor.
I guess I'll get 10 rails and then.
You
that
need
should be
8
enough.
booster rails, I think, or 10 is also good, and then some detector rails. And
Indeed. Oh, that's right. I need more detector rails, don't I?
yeah, you need at least a second one.
Yeah. Indeed. Let's get detector rail duplicating. Oh boy. Yeah. So much duplicating.
So as you see, most of these puzzles are about very weird quirks in the redstone mechanics in the game. And actually that was the whole point. We were we were trying to come up with puzzles. It was more like, what is another interesting redstone mechanics we could try to design a puzzle around? One was, hey, rail duplication. Let's see how we can make a puzzle where you have to build something with rail duplication. And that's how Senkan came up with this level. When I was showing you the other levels, it was like, okay, rail placement is sometimes really tricky in certain orientations. How can we put this into a puzzle? And yeah, it pretty much works like this with all the levels. It was always just the idea or the concept of a weird redstone mechanic and then trying to put a redstone level around it. You will see that later on when we have, for example, the elevator level. That is a really good example on how I just designed the elevator to around the mechanic and not the other way around, which is maybe pretty interesting. So Senkan built up this track here out of detector rails and golden rails. And if we stand on these emerald blocks now, we should actually drop down. When he rides along, he will just trigger all these detector rails,
Yeah,
turning
he will trigger the
power rails on.
activator rail in the end, and it will eject him. So in single player, you don't have to leave the minecart.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Exactly.
And he activates the
So-
first thing. Yeah,
Let's go,
with
folks.
redstone.
Yay, we made it. Pretty awesome.
Hello.
This is one
Awesome.
of the times where it is important that you can't push through some minecarts or something.
Yeah, Pandas pushed
Yeah.
through minecarts through the diamond area. It was, because we were also previously able to duplicate the minecarts, which is another funny bug.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is another level by Senkan here. I helped
Yes.
designing this, and we helped play. Yeah, we changed some bugs here at the end, but the idea is from Senkan, and it
This-
involves. Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, this is all about group minecarts which are stacked on top of each other. So, for example, minecarts that are stacked on top of each other can move without like rails. Okay. There's.
I think we should
Okay,
reset the
I
minecarts
think we
first.
should reset minecarts. Okay, there we go. Go ahead, Stefan. So yeah, minecarts that are stacked can move on ground without the requirement of rails, and they can also float seemingly in air. Stefan, come on, man.
So they're pretty much
was
perpetual
demonstrating the
motion
first
machines.
point.
Again, they are pushing each other, and therefore they just always move at maximum speed. And that's also why they are actually making it across this gap here, because unlike on single minecart, they won't slow down in midair. Now the problem is, as you just saw, if you try to nudge these, they will go somehow diagonally. But for some reason, if you like this, and they won't make it to the rail. As you also can't place this any closer because this is out of sea lanterns where you cannot place rails on. But yeah, Senkan is going to show you a neat trick how you can still achieve this nevertheless. And that is if you just turn the rail into a slope. It actually just lets the minecarts travel exactly straight and open the door for a short moment. So you should better get to the door by the way.
You could like show how the minecart flies over to the detector.
Okay,
rail
I
if you
can.
want.
Maybe that's interesting. So
So I think the basic idea behind this is minecarts store their momentum still in a direction, and if you push it from like an angle like this, then they'll store some of that momentum in that direction, and then because it's a perpetual motion machine, it boosts that direction, and that's why it goes diagonally. Whereas this way, it will only ever have straight momentum.
and that's how it opened the door. So let's do this one more time to actually get through.
Go, Stefan, go!
I'm good.
It's a
I'm a
bit
good button presser. Yeah. Okay.
You are the button presser. You are the
the top
pro
and the bottom presser.
Oh no! There we go.
Oh yeah.
He made it.
Awesome.
I'm faster.
So this level is my idea. Rail quit.
Oh, this was amazing.
Yeah, I noticed that many of the guys who were doing the playthrough were stuck on this level for quite a while until they figure out the solution. So, first of all, let me explain how you would usually start. Like, you see, okay, there are two redstone lamp bars indicator at the back there. Then you see, there's a rail. Here's a detector rail, and if you look closely, you can see here's another detector rail, and they probably do something. So, what I do is, if you press this button here, you will see this first minecart comes out, and you can see this bar slowly going down again, and then the bottom row of pistons retract. So I can do this again. You have to reset the minecart. If you press the button here, the bottom piston row extends for as long as this redstone lamp line is on. Now, obviously, to get up, you have to have the bottom row extended and the top row retracted. And to retract the top row, as you can probably guess, you have to trigger the other detector rail. So the first thing that might come into people's minds is just, okay, let's connect this over and see what happens. So let me just do this once to show you what actually is happening then. You can just build some kind of system like this where it warps into the rail there and see, what happens. So bottom row extends, and then top row retracts, but you see the problem, it's too slow. The minecart has to be faster to be able to trigger the second detector rail before the first one runs out of power. And here comes the problem. You can try to make this a little bit faster by, for example, using curved rails and stuff, but it's always just not fast enough. Some people manage to somehow glitch into the piston, but obviously it wasn't intended method, by trying curved rails and other stuff and hitting the button over and over again. But the trick is something completely different. As said, all the levels are just designed around a certain weird quirk with redstone mechanics. And in this case, it's the fact that minecarts actually warp through half slabs when they are on top of a half slab and there's a rail below. So if I would summon a minecart here, maybe we can actually show this. Let me just summon a minecart / summon minecart writable.
You probably want to do it above
you don't want to do that.
You see, it warps down.
You don't want to do that because, okay, I will have to kill this manually.
Yeah, I can just show it again. You see, the minecart warps through on top of the rail when it drops down. And maybe I can just show it by summoning it in 3 blocks in the Z direction, 1, 2, 3, like this, so you can properly see it. Just it warps through. Okay, so now let's kill the entity writable.
Because the reset only kills one of them, because that fixed some other glitches and bugs with, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have a
fair enough.
So the question is, how do you get it on top of the slope? And here's the trick. You use the same trick as before, pushing the rail with a piston to create a sloped rail. So if I press the button now, it turns this into a slope, and the minecart jumps over here and warps over, and it's fast enough so that you can actually just jump up the step here, as you can see. So you can get up here, and there we go. That's how you solve this level. Pretty easy, but very hard to find out.
It was great. Great level. Great level.
Yay! So here we go, level 15. Compare the tune. Oh dear, that means we have to take a little break.
Take a little break.
So I can point out some interesting thing about the reset mechanism here. Of course, it resets the whole level, and also it teleports you back to the beginning of the level, where the beginning of the level means the diamond area before the level. And as we already are through the diamond area now, if I, for example, trigger the reset now, we need to pass through this very annoying cobweb once again.
Thanks for pointing that out.
That was perfect. Oh god.
I just had the idea.
Oh, it's great.
It's very relaxing, I find.
Yeah.
I think we have to do that again.
Don't you dare.
Okay.
So
yeah, Jay, you can actually demonstrate how to do the reset. I can demonstrate that it actually removes blocks here. No, we don't. Okay, just kidding.
Anyway.
So
It takes too
this
long.
this level is yeah, I'm again designed or inspired by me. You see, we have to somehow remove or power this torch here and then remove the power again. So if we power this and then remove it again, it opens the door for a short moment. The problem here is that we have to trigger this short opening while we are at the door. And there's really not much redstone you get here. Now, this is again a weird, interesting redstone mechanic as in most levels. So the trick here is that we can actually butt a comparator by removing the source it's drawing its power from when it's behind a solid block. So the comparator checks for the content of the chest here if you place a block in between. Now, if I somehow remove the chest or just block the chest by placing a block above, the comparator doesn't update, but here comes the trick. A node block that is being right-clicked updates the comparator. So I can right-click this node block here, and you see it just turned off. It didn't put out any sound or anything, but this is like a gigantic button, and you can use this for a lot of cool tricks. Now it just fucked up, and we actually have to press the reset. Yes! You have to press the reset again. Because I put the pickaxe inside.
Go ahead.
Go on, Jail. Go ahead.
And you have to build an automatic detector for it. Yeah, another break. Oh my god.
So there's one point to point out here, and that's that the note block isn't a block update. But
sorry.
a tile entity update. And comparators, because they can detect how many blocks are in tile entities, they sort of respond to this tile update, tile entity update sort of thing. So that's what this whole thing's about.
Yep, so let's build up the proper update detector here. You can place a torch here, piston here. Oh, not like this. You should place something in before, so it turns it off. Then the slab and then the block. And now, if you right-click it, the piston will extend, but the trapdoor will make sure that you actually can access the chest afterwards if you mess up. But that's a good thing. And you guys go to the door, stay on the right side. I click the comparator. And I got through. And Stefan was on the wrong side of the door.
Stefan again.
Yay, made it.
Finally.
Can continue.
So, level 16. Like
Only
a
took him
G6.
2 hours.
Yeah, and a lot of breaks. So in this level, you see a gigantic room and a door on the right side, and some interesting redstone mechanics on the other. So if you examine them, you can see there's again a redstone dot here that if you power it, it opens the door for a short moment. And to reset it, in this case, you actually have to press this reset memory cell button. So you can only do it once and not several times, but you have to do it while you're close to the door. So in order to get this working, you can't build a clock here. So you can't just build a clock out of these pistons if you craft them into sticky pistons and the slime blocks. And hook this up here because it would just open the door once, but yeah, you have to be on the other side.
That's what the memory cell is for.
Yeah, exactly. We fixed this in this version here because it was still possible in earliers. What you actually have to do is build a flying machine, and obviously there are tons of different designs. There are so many slime blocks in here because there's actually a flying machine you can build only using pistons and slime blocks and these redstone blocks without a single sticky piston. And I thought it's pretty cool, so I left in these many blocks. You can obviously go ahead and craft the slime blocks into sticky pistons to build a simpler machine. But the advantage of the bigger one, or of the one not using sticky pistons, is also that it is a bit faster, or quite a bit faster. So I will go ahead and build this one. So you need 4 blocks over here, and then you start placing an ordinary piston forward. And then you can just see what I'm building here, and then you get the idea how this thing is working. So it's again like these flying machines. Always, their basic functionality is that you update a piston which powers a section and that moves the section forward, which gets another piston that was attached to the section moved into a position where it gets a block update and moves forward, and then the cycle repeats. But in order to actually have never an extended piston, you have to at least have 3 different sections. So this is the last one now. Got the last block here. Bam, 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 bam. And if I place the piston here, it will be butted by the redstone block. Then move forward this section here. This piston is getting butted and moves forward this section. Then this piston is getting butted, moves forward this section, and the cycle repeats, and this whole thing is moving. So let's do it. And you can watch it from the other side. It's pretty fast. Looks like a funny train. Yeah, and it keeps moving until it crashes against the wall there and triggers the door. So be quick with the door on the left side.
It'll be interesting to know whether it's sort of quicker in total, like with the sticky pistons or with the pistons, because, you know, one's bigger than the other.
Couldn't we just change the level so it doesn't... Wait, what is... What's up with the... Oh, it
there
was the probably took a while for the reset.
Yeah.
We could remove the crafting table in that level, so you have to build something like...
you don't need a crafting table in order to...
you can use your inventory.
Yeah, you can use your inventory to craft sticky pistons. Doesn't matter. So, in this
turn it up.
Yeah, in this level, turn up, as the title implies, we have to turn something up. Now, obviously that could mean you have to turn yourself up, but in this case it was referencing to that you have to increase the power level that is fed into this elevator here. So you have this elevator, and if you see what's going on here, we've got a comparator chain feeding into this, and the power level just determines how many pistons are being extended. So if you build something up that slowly increases the power level, then this elevator will ramp up. If I just power it all at once, then you will see the whole elevator extends at once, and there's a built-in mechanism which slowly decreases the internal power level, so that's why the elevator is not just shutting down instantly, but rather losing the power slowly. But your job is to build something up that increases the power level slowly. Now, there are lots of different ways to do this, but the one way I intended it to be, I can quickly show you, is, yeah, it's a pretty smart and small compact setup to do this. So, you have...
So basically, if anyone hasn't got the point of this yet, is that you need to power every section individually. So powering the bottom section will
Stefan, you got a villager.
Extend the bottom piston. Powering the next section up will power the next piston up, and so if you power them all in a sequence, then yeah, you'll go up.
Okay, so this is this part here makes exactly that. This redstone piece here will just slowly go from power level 1 to level 15. So if I press the button here, you can see it's exactly what's happening. Power level slowly gets higher. You can also take a look at the redstone itself. You can see it slowly gets higher. But the problem is that the button is way too short. You can see it turns off even before it reaches half the top. So what you have to do is extend this pulse here. Obviously, there are different redstone circuits. This is just the one I intentionally designed this for in the beginning. So you have to build this little pulse extender here. And with the aid of this, if you now press the button...
Not this button.
Is the button in here?
You have to place it on this slime block.
Of course, I am stupid. I was like, hey, what the fuck? Yeah. Okay. And it works. Yay! So the storm button obviously does the same. So let me get up. And we get to the very top and can step out of the elevator. Hooray!
Come on, Stefan.
Press the button. Okay. I can't. Okay, we have to go individually.
No, we can do it.
Okay, so now, go.
Yes. Together forever.
Ah.
Or not.
What again did you have to do to get out of there? walk forwards, right?
Yeah, walk forwards. Or
forgot
jump.
that.
Sometimes you can jump.
I will try jumping this time.
Okay.
Okay,
There
Hey.
you go.
So I
Oh,
guess
you mean.
like at least 1/3 of the problem there was actually to understand the redstone.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah,
Because
indeed.
sometimes
Yeah.
the redstone is pretty complicated.
Hmm.
Starry Sisters. This was another one I did.
Yeah.
This one is really interesting. So the basic principle behind this is that items in a water current go in different directions. Rather they go at different speeds on different surfaces. So we already know with ice, for example, items travel really fast. And on hardened stained clay, which we're given, it goes really slowly. One thing that I found out that I didn't know was that when an item is on a slime block, it goes faster than on hardened clay, but slower than on ice. And this allows for some really interesting effects. So, for example, if I come over here and I put these two blocks here as ice blocks. Oh god. Ice blocks here and here. Then you can see all the items go wham straight onto the other side. And then you can try and make a solution from there. The desired solution, however, is we remove these two and we place come on, water. We place solid blocks here, and you can see now the items make this really sharp angle over to this side.
Yes, we can see.
Okay.
Sorry, got
And
interrupted on
now-
Skype. I fixed it now.
Now I think it's a slime block here and a ice block here, is it?
Yes, that's exactly it. So you have to always figure out the right block combination and somehow redirect these items
Ice
into the
block.
goal area. So an ice block
This
there will
one
do
here
it.
is a solid, I think. If I remember correctly, and it just, it just clips that one. This one's ice again, I think.
Yes, and the last one is ice too.
The last one is ice as well.
So here we go. We've got the fully working chain.
By the
Uh,
way, if you drop your pickaxe in there, it will not be detected.
Yeah,
you will
and-
get it back through this thing here.
Exactly, yeah. So I could actually just show that. Why not?
So you can't lose your item.
Here we go. Pickaxe. Woo!
Yay! So that's Starry Sisters. Awesome level.
Our assistance. Epicness.
Yeah.
First,
Ah,
God damn it. Bridging out. Okay, so this was another one I did. So before Panda did his video with the Cobra, before we found the Cobra technology, we had this technology which was using piston bridges, which is a really interesting mechanic. So I guess we should just build it, right?
yeah. So the piston bridge itself is, I think some PvP players discovered this first, because it gives you the advantage of being able to build a bridge on enemy territory without having to worry
Stefan.
of being shot down.
Want to press
What?
the
I-
hardened clay?
yeah, okay. So we do like share some work.
Double team, yeah.
I don't need.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Sorry. Oh god, you're doing this fast.
How
And
many
I
was
think-
it? 3 always, right? 3 in between?
I think it's 6. You can do 6 in between.
Well, I don't even remember.
It's half of the maximum piston limit.
Microphone
So.
muted.
6, 12, but. Okay. I don't remember.
Okay, now we put a piston here, facing that way, and a redstone block right there. Okay, and now if I do this and this, I've actually placed this the wrong way around. Damn it. Oh,
Remove it, update the piston.
Update the piston, yeah. Damn it. Okay. There we go.
Okay. So now.
Microphone activated.
So if I do this, and then I can update the piston like this. There we go. This update piston. Done. Done. I think you're getting one redstone block like each time. And then this, update the piston. This, update piston. This.
So we have 5 now.
Yeah. I think if
Really?
you
Yeah.
even
6
if
is
you-
really working? I don't even know.
Yeah.
In theory, you cannot even mess up if you because you can just go on as long as you can
Oh,
place
and then
more
you
blocks.
yeah, indeed.
Okay.
So like this, for example, is the last one, but
Okay.
so
Wow.
now we need to place a piston on the other side. So we've currently got one on this side, now we want one on this side. So let's do that. And a redstone block over here. And then we do the same again on the other side. You know what I could do? I could do this. Oh, good. This. Oh, what?
I
Oh,
didn't place
No,
any
didn't
blocks.
place
No.
the blocks.
I was trying
Um,
if you would notice. You didn't.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Oh, this isn't pushing, so now this goes to show that we have to dig out these ones and then push from the other side again. So another piston here, and then another block here, and we go again. Oh god, yeah, of course. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, did you not place the blocks?
No, I was placing something there to have an easier job of aiming.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the bridge is a bit tedious because we
Done.
couldn't make it much shorter. Otherwise, you could just use way simpler methods of powering the door. But yeah,
This was
successfully
actually
done.
the first level that had a reset because it
Oh,
already had a
perfect.
reset originally. I could press this button there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could press this button.
You don't, you're not going to press it now.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, this one had a reset that I added because it removed a bunch of blocks but then we removed that afterwards. So,
Oh yeah, the reset for the sponge level takes a moment.
yeah.
Yep. Sponge blocks, square pants.
Woo!
Okay, so this
Oh.
is a level I came up with, but we, together with Senka, we figured some very interesting mechanics with these sponge blocks out while we were testing this. So, well, the idea is, you see this gigantic pool here, you've got some sponge blocks, and it says, it's like in Minecraft Classic, the water pool will always refill if there's water left. So, if you step on the pressure plate, the door opens for a short amount of time, but not enough to walk through this pool here, well, while there's water in. You have to sprint through, and therefore that pool has to be dried out. Now, to get the water out, we obviously have to...
Yeah, you could demonstrate the alpha mechanics by placing some sponges there.
Yeah, of course, let's do this. So, you can see it fills in completely again, and everything becomes solid blocks. We did this by using some command block magic, and yeah, we just simulate the water behavior of Minecraft Alpha. So the point here is that I have to melt this sponge now to dry it out. We have to figure out where to place these sponges in order to remove all water simultaneously. That's the only way to completely get rid of it. Therefore you have to know that sponges remove water in a Manhattan distance of up to 7 blocks, but there's another limitation. They only remove at most 64 blocks. Now a sponge wouldn't be able to remove just all water in here if we didn't have these light sensors. That's why the light sensors are in there. They're just making sure that we are not exceeding the 64 block limit at the different positions where we have to place the sponges. But let's just go ahead and place them. So the tiling is exactly 1 block off all the time. So maybe Stefan can help me placing them. I've placed some sponges behind you so we can go do this quicker.
Where? Oh yeah, okay. But you have to explain where exactly they have to go.
I'll try my best. So one is in the middle, and this one over here is 7 blocks off from the wall there. So it removes this diamond-shaped pattern everywhere.
I'm always seeing it as there's three rows of comparators, and then next to there, and then it's like in the middle of 4 of those daylight sensors.
Daylight sensors.
Yeah, there's 3 rows of these daylight sensors, and then after the third, from the border, there goes this thing in the middle of them.
Yeah. Obviously.
Have you noticed some of these light sensors are on night sensor mode?
Oh, but I didn't actually notice it. Lol. The night sensor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. OCD triggers. Okay. So the tiling, if the sponges are all in place, is pretty interesting because it's always 1 block off. So they are kind of like stacked into each other. Yeah, you can just see it when it's placed. You always see that it's not exactly. They are never in a line, but they are actually always 1 block off from being in a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here, for example, you see this sponge here is 1 block off from the other one, and which is 1 block off from this one. So it's kind of symmetrical, but the symmetry is only rotational. There's no symmetry axis, or if at all, then it's just a very sloped symmetry axis. But the main symmetry is that you can still rotate this whole structure about 90 degrees. It's a pretty interesting thing. And yeah, I forgot to mention, the other button lowers the ceiling. So we are placing these sponges on the ceiling because the ceiling will lower down all at once simultaneously. So these sponges will all touch water in the same game tick and therefore remove the whole pool at once. And to give you a demonstration that it actually works, here we go. And the pool is dry. Ta-da! So we can collect the sponges again. Now the sponges are actually necessary because after the door we put up a little shaft where you have to stack up using the sponges. The reason is that otherwise you could just cheat through with some pretty good how do you say parkour techniques where you can just place the sponges in front of you. So the easiest way we could figure out. Does someone have to
that parkouring is this parkouring is not easy though.
The last one.
Yeah, even though
I tried it a lot of times when I was first trying this map. I didn't get one successful run through there.
Wout managed to do it. Wow. Wout managed to do it. Anyways, get to the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wout's good at parkour.
Yep. So we're all through. One person has to stack up. In multiplayer, it's a bit tricky.
But by the way, this door's done such that you can get back through the door, but not by opening the door. So you can't get other people back in here, but you won't be stuck when you get through here and don't have enough sponsors or something. Just
so one person has to stack up now, I guess.
Go ahead, Sankaran. And that person shouldn't be having the pickaxe.
No, I've got the pickaxe. It's fine.
Yeah, just saying.
So you get out at the top, and then I can start mining the blocks again and doing the same.
There's a random sign on the wall.
Yep. So I throw you the pickaxe back, and then I kind of start.
I got it.
Yeah. I didn't actually wear the Depth Strider boots, and just noticed.
So what's with this sign?
The sign just prevents you from stacking the blocks further in case you somehow manage
of course, yeah. Silly me. And yes, we're all good, folks.
We might want to make a little break to fix the daylight sensors there.
Yeah, we will.
So we are done with the sponge level, and now we can continue down this hole here. Into the darkness. Sankarn, you're responsible for this mess. Do you remember?
Whoa, where am I? Holy balls! Hello. Oh, are we recording?
Okay, yes, we were. Let's try this again.
Sorry, I was like, just reading messages, and then all of a sudden it's like, Sankarn, we're in darkness. I'm like,
wow, where are my holy balls? What the fuck?
Okay,
yeah,
let's
into the
go.
darkness we go.
Yeah,
Into
so
the
dark.
water.
This is my beautiful creation right here.
Microphone muted.
Just go one time around. You don't even see Sankarn's head otherwise.
That's true.
Ah, nah.
Oh,
Whatever.
nah, come on. So there's just this very stupid idea that came up when we were derping around, and I don't know. It was.
We were having fun.
We were having
we
fun.
were very tired at the time.
Yeah, true. We were having tired, and we were very fun at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
So you did.
So,
in our the fart level, you are confronted with redstone, and so everyone gives up because redstone, like, seriously. Okay, no. What you can see is this door here is hooked up to this green line, and the green line is hooked up to this short pulsar, and then you can see, okay, when does it turn on? If this torch turns off. And in the moment it turns off, it toggles the door once. Now, to turn it off while you're next to the door, you pretty much only have this pressure plate, which gives you a rising signal. So you somehow have to invert the signal, and there's the whole problem. You only have a repeater. Now, to revert the signal, the trick here is... Wait, what? Did the redstone just vanish? No. Okay, it just picked it up and I didn't notice. What the fuck? That you can actually butt a repeater. It's a pretty interesting thing, so I can show you quickly. If you redirect redstone, it doesn't update if the redirection was done through a block. Like if you remind this block now and the redstone piece down there redirects, it doesn't update the repeater. Can show you. So right now the repeater is powering itself. If I remove this line block here, it's not powering itself anymore.
User joined your channel.
And that way you can now just turn the signal off here as soon as you update the repeater, which is just easily doable by another line of redstone. So let's prime this again. Just place the block here. Do this. And now as soon as you step on the pressure plate, the door opens. Thank you, Sankarn. Now I can do it one more time. So well, go through the door.
It was just a show, you know. That's what you do.
Go through the door. Go on.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Yay.
Okay. Yeah.
This is
Again,
dark.
another weird redstone glitch. We were trying to make a level around with, and it's pretty cool, I think. Yay!
For a minute there, I was like, "It's not gonna happen, is it?"
Nah, there's always a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so let's go down.
You
This
know,
thing.
the
Oh no! Oh no! Nukewarhead, what? Oh, I see.
Ah, you cheating clickbot, you.
Okay, let's go through this door now. And finally this, and then we're. Oh wait a second.
Yay, we made it.
And we're in here. There we go. So this is the level again, another level that JL made, and this one you actually need. This is why you need to be in 1.8.1, right? Pre-1.
Well, it's another level which features a bug that is fixed in pre-4. So
Indeed, yeah.
in this level, you might get an idea that you can do something with the comparators that are grabbing out the signal from the chest, whatnot. The point is, you have to block all these hoppers from sucking in an item so that the item reaches the comparator sorter here. And instead of actually blocking them with redstone, the easiest way to do this is just by filling them in. And now you might question yourself, how is this supposed to work? It would just, if there are... if you just put one comparator in each slot, the comparator still can be stacked together. But here is where hoppers are a bit buggy. Hoppers will only check for the first item on the list of items that are on top of them when they try to suck up items. So by having...
In 1.8.2 pre-1.
Yeah, in pre-1. So
Yeah.
it's fixed now in the most recent version. But if I throw 4 different item types on here and push this piston now, they are all on the hopper exactly at the same time. So the one which is first, it will always stay the same, but the one which is which stays first is random. And there's a 1 in 4 chance that it is the comparator, so then it won't work. But if it's one of the other items, well, then the comparator will never get sucked up because none of the other items can make it into this hopper here. So that's the whole trick behind it. You can try it out. And it got stacked too this time, so we got really unlucky. We can try this again.
To get your items back there, because there's a sorter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you how do you say if you fail or if it doesn't work, you can just try it again. So we just do the same thing as before.
And there it goes.
No, we still got
Yes.
unlucky. What the fuck?
I still see the don't I? What?
Oh, it works.
Wasn't there the
No.
comparator in there?
Oh,
I
it
was
worked.
There you go.
seeing
It
one
worked.
It worked. It
comparator.
worked. Actually, I think it worked before too. I just have 3 comparators in the first slot for some weird reason, and that's why I thought they
Interesting.
got sucked in. I mean, chance 1 in
Hmm.
4 that it fails is not really that high, so it should work most of the time.
It is the tree of doom now. We used to have a nuke warhead bouncing here, but that was removed.
Yeah,
Oh, poor warhead.
yeah. I mean,
Because
a
people
bouncing
was-
nuke. Dude, if you saw a bouncing nuke warhead in front of you, I would run. Well, I wouldn't run. I would say, okay, goodbye, cruel world, or try to get into a jet plane.
Oh god, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, so hilarious.
Well, okay, maybe not hilarious, but you know.
You're gonna be starting to laugh if you're next to this. You can be sure, because there's no other option.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Final level made by JL.
Yay. The final level that was made by me.
Yeah, exactly. The final level that was made by you.
As the signs indicate, you have to build a clock in this level here, and yeah, in order to get up this grandfather clock here, you need a clock that is off for a long time, so you are able to walk over these wooden planks here, and then turns on for a short time in order to jump up the next level on these slime blocks. I can quickly demonstrate you what happens if you turn on this this block here. It just inverts the state, so the planks get retracted, but this slime block extends. So that's the whole point. We have to find a clock that has exactly... it doesn't matter how slow it is, but it has may only have a short on pulse and a very long off pulse. At least a certain time. So there are different ways to do this. I'm just gonna show you the clock I originally designed this for. So we need a memory cell. I can explain you how this is done, or how the clock works once I've built it up. Yeah, the difficult part about this level is that you have to build this clock only using comparators. But comparators can actually do so many different things because of the subtraction mode and the other mode that, yeah, you can even build long timers and clocks out of them, as you can see here. So I'm almost done. Just need to set certain of
This is where
these-
you actually need to be good at redstone as well.
Yeah, it's pretty much one of the few levels which doesn't involve a glitch, but just, you know, being able to tinker around with redstone a bit. So let's get our test button here and see what happens if I press it. You can see the signal here slowly ramps up its power level, and when it hits 14, it gives out a signal into this redstone here, and yeah, toggles the clock once, and yeah, then it resets. So we have a memory cell here that's done by these 6 comparators, and 1 power level less is fed into this row here than into over here. So this comparator here on subtraction mode will have power level 1 at the beginning, and then loop itself into this one, which is subtracting exactly this power level from from the power level that's been subtracted. So in other words, it's adding 1 each cycle, and then the power level is at 2. So it's subtracting 2 from the power level that's been subtracted, so it adds again 1, and so on and so forth. It's adding it every time.
JR, I think it's called subtraction, not subtraction.
Subtraction.
You did say that word like 10 times now. I already did that in one of my videos, and I was rewatching the video then after it was already uploaded, and I was feeling like, oh my god, I was saying subtract all the time.
Subtraction. Sorry, subtraction mode. Okay. In order to reset this once it hits level 14, in this case, we are just using this comparator here to compare the signal strength when it is high enough. Well, it gives an output to this one, and yeah, subtracts the signal over here again, and therefore resets it. So that's how this clock is working. There are different clock designs, of course, but yeah, this one works really nicely, and it is well timed for the whole application.
And this pressure plate is key in the thing, because some people, what they did was they just created a redstone loop, and then just this was in pre-testing.
Yeah.
And then just broke a redstone and then placed it again to create a clock, which of course wasn't really the intended thing, because that's very, very simple. So this thing over here just removes all the redstone and replaces it with glass, and then when you come off it, it puts redstone back here.
Yeah, the point of this is that it resets the power level, so we can have only this one button here which gives out a long input to start the clock. So yeah, that's pretty much the point of it. And now let's try it out. So you have to sprint in this case. Wait, too bad at this. No kidding.
Oh no, no. Yes.
You think I did it?
Lol. What the fuck?
Yes. I really hate this. I really fucking hate this.
Did someone fall down?
Okay, I got this.
I'm still playing with F4 activated, so keep that in mind.
Oh god.
What the fuck? Why am I not sprinting? What is happening to my mouse? What the heck? Oh. Yeah, I got this. No! Oh, goodness sake. Right.
Oh
Dang
fuck,
it, I
this
missed
is
the slime.
How high is this? God dang it. This is really not easy if you have the smooth camera mode enabled, I can tell you. Absolutely.
Where the heck? Oh, Senkan's down there.
Senkan, you can do it.
No! Oh. Goodness, I freaking hate
Where are
this
you?
level.
Back to bottom?
We can build a slower clock too. Like Deku made a clock that is even slower, so it's easier to get up because you can just walk. But now you have to get up too again, Stefan.
Hey Senkan. Look up. I'm here. Next to you. Look right.
No, fuck you.
Here.
Oh, hey, Stefan.
Yeah, okay.
How's it going?
Ah!
Okay,
Not
guys.
all the way down.
Get up.
Ah, not all the way down
Yes.
though.
Thank God.
Somehow this slime missed me.
Oh, well, thank God. Never going there again.
Okay, I'm nearly up.
We are safe here. We can't go back anymore, Senkan. We made it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, you can
Except
just jump
Stefan
down.
opens the door and is like, oh
Yeah.
no.
I could press the reset.
You
These are
come
my
up
beautiful
here now.
decorations up here. This flower and this like bookcase. This was initially going to be all completely open, but I decided to make a corridor,
Mm.
and then me and Newt decorated the outside more, and then I was like, actually, would have kind of been nice to have a outside, but oh well.
Yay! We are laughing so much again. So we are ready for the last level.
Yeah, we tried this like 1,000 times because we had to fix some bugs and then failed at it very hardly, very many times. Oh no, that shouldn't be said. Anyways.
It's okay.
Now they know.
We must go together. Oh no!
You can follow up the word, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So, yeah, and
in this level, you have to basically get launched into space. Hence the name. The only escape is space.
And you only have few dispensers, so we changed this a little bit compared to the original design because, yeah, this is a bit more clever and it's still the same thing. You have to build a TNT cannon. So
yeah, in case you didn't know before because you didn't actually finish the map, you have to build a TNT cannon in this level and first jump over clouds, obviously.
Yeah, and yeah, these dispensers can actually all be fired simultaneously with a single button using this power rail to insta updates these bottom dispensers. And if I now place the last one facing downwards and place a button against it, it will actually explode, and I can yeah, just get launched away from it. And here we go. Woohoo! And you got high enough?
Only one player has to get there to win the game for all of us, whatever.
Yeah, only one, not all, because.
So the cool part now for the multiplayer thing, as we already have some resetting mechanisms, we can restart the map. But first of all, we can click this red thing. Jay, I can show you probably to review the levels.
Yeah, I clicked it. And now you're back at the start here, and in this area you can, yeah, now take a look at all levels in spectator mode. It's pretty cool. So here you see our build
before it's reset as well.
Yeah, before it's reset. So the map resets always works like this, that it resets the next level when you about to enter it. So you pretty much will not have one gigantic lag spikes, but rather just it will go on the way. And yeah, that's pretty cool because this way you can just take a look at your.
Also, the chunks aren't even loaded.
Yeah, that's actually quite a problem. That's why we did it in the first place, because it was just easier to do.
Only downside, you have some lag every time you enter some level.
Yeah, but it's not long. I mean, you could see it in the levels. It was just freezing for a moment, and then it's done.
Yep. Depending on how good your computer performs.
Yep. The only level really was the sponge one that took a long time.
Yeah,
because it's so large.
Yeah, you can actually see it from the outside here. But thanks guys for watching this lengthy video here. I know it was, maybe could have been more concise, but I thought, you know what, let's also join you in the fun a bit and explain in detail what we were doing. And I think, Sankarn and Stefan thought the same. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget that Stefan will also make a separate video about his command blocks, where it explains them more in detail. And of course, Sankarn, who did like at least 40% or more of these levels here, together with me, probably even more. He deserves a lot of attention, and definitely thanks for helping, and check out his channel in case you don't know him, but you probably do, because, well, we've been making videos together for quite a long time already, right? Yeah, so pretty much that's it. As one more time, thanks for watching, I'm out, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Woo.